Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everyone. If it is a happy Sentinels Tuesday, which I doubt. I'm giving myself a little Christmas gift this month by including a number of my decks in the rotation. Today's feature is Dr. Wondertainment. He is a villain that I created for the Sentinels Card Plays project based on the SCP Wiki. He is kind of the magical Willy Wonka of toys, and he works out pretty well as a villain. He'll be the only new deck that shows up this month, but you know, you can look forward to the other stuff. I make cool things, I think I do. But we're going to give him a shot. Facing him will be Darkwatch. I was thinking about doing something Darkwatch villainy for the letters page this week, but it kind of didn't work out, so I'm just using 4 members of Darkwatch with some variants and modifications. So we've got Darkwatch Commander Expatriate, who was created by Saferit, Adelphaphage's Gambler Setback, a Mr. Fixer with a modified deck, also by Adelphaphage, and the Harpy, who's just the Harpy. We will be fighting in the Wandering Isle, but not just any Wandering Isle. If you were not aware, 3 Cauldron environments, the Wandering Isle, the FSC Continuance Wanderer, and St. Simeon's Catacombs, have undergone a rewrite, and since these are some of the worst environments in Cauldron, I'm really glad for it. So just like with Mr. Fixer's deck, I will be showing off some of that stuff. So, start of the game, Dr. Wondertainment enters play eccentric toymaker side up. He starts with 2 toys and H-2 little misters. Our beginning cards are Scarf. When this card is destroyed, Dr. Wondertainment deals the hero with the highest HP, H+1 melee damage. At the end of the villain turn, he regains H HP. Each non-character target regains 1 HP, so it will actually heal your minions if you have any. Mr. Forgetful, who's a little mister. At the end of the villain turn, reveal a top card of 1 hero deck. Each player discards a card sharing a keyword with the revealed card. Discard the revealed card. I would like to note, when I first started making SCP Sentinels decks, I got a comment about how the titles were too long, the names of the cards, because I had the SCP designation in there. I would like to zoom in on that and show you what I did, because I think that's really clever. There's a lot of design space with these cards. We also have, in various other locations, the Wonder Pony. Play this card next to the hero with the second lowest HP, which is Expatriate. When this card is destroyed, that hero deals himself H psychic damage. If that hero skips their player power phase during their turn, this card regains a hit point. If this card did not regain HP during that hero's turn, they may not draw cards during their draw phase. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals itself 2 toxic damage. And Mr. Mad. This card is immune to melee and projectile damage. Play this card next to the hero with the fewest cards in hand. I put it next to Harpy. Damage dealt by that hero is irreducible. At the start of their turn, that hero deals himself 1 psychic damage. Hero is incapacitated. He moves next to the hero with the fewest cards in hand. So that's it. Our goal, at the end of the villain turn, if there are 5 or more little misters in the villain trash, flip this card. Otherwise, play the top card of the villain deck. So we don't want him to flip. We'll see if that actually happens. If he flips, things get really hard. So there is a balancing game going on between, do you want to do hard mode or do you want to wrestle with his numerous targets? So he starts off with a card play, and yeah, most of his stuff is targets. We get Robo Dude, who is a toy. End of the villain turn, he plays another card. Product Recall, shuffle the villain trash, reveal cards until a toy and a little mister revealed, put them into play, return the other revealed cards to the trash. If no target entered play this way, play the top card of the villain deck. So instead we get the Dragon Snails, which are another toy. Their HP is set to H-1. Alright, so Scarf does no healing. We're going to reveal the top card of, oh good lord, Setback's deck. Looking up. Okay, everybody discard an ongoing. Let's see, she doesn't have any. He had another looking up, that's unfortunate. Getting to it quickly, Mr. Fixer has 4 changed cards, which are the cards in his hand right now. I'm going to be discarding Riveting Crane. It says all damage dealt by Mr. Fixer is irreducible. Whenever Mr. Fixer deals damage to a target, the next damage dealt to that target is irreducible. This card enters play to destroy all the style cards. So, it's Riveting Crane, Alternating Tiger Claw, Tire Iron, and Grease Gun, which have been changed. The first 3 to make them a little bit better to play, the last to make it a little bit less powerful. And Harpy will discard Swift Summoning. Robo Dude hits the hero with the most cards in play for 1 fire, 1 projectile, and 1 toxic damage. He'll just hit Mr. Fixer. The Wonder Pony hits itself for 2, and the Dragon Snails hit the non-villain target with the second lowest HP for fire damage equal to their current HP. That's gonna be Setback. Time to do the things. Alright, Expatriate didn't have to discard, so she's not going to bother drawing cards this round. I'll play a Flak Jacket. Her power is Tactical Decision. One player discards a card. That player searches their deck for an equipment card, puts it into their hand, and shuffles their deck. I think I'll have Harpy do that with this Arcane Explosion, so she gets an Ancient Tome. And then she can't draw cards, that's fine. If we can take out the Wonder Pony, the Flak Jacket will stop the self-damage. Setback will Reckless Rush. Hit that for 2, hit himself for 2, gain 2 tokens. So his power is Ace in the Hole. Reveal your deck's top card. Either put 2 tokens into your unlucky pool and play the card, or discard it and play the bottom card of your deck. So this will be interesting. Let's see, we get a Silver Lining. Yeah, I'll take that in 2 tokens. and draw a card. Alright, so here's how the other cards work out. Alternating Tiger Claw. Whenever Mr. Fixer would damage the non-hero target with the lowest HP, increase that damage by 2. That's pretty cool. Tire Iron says after Mr. Fixer damages a target, if it is still in play, he deals that target 2 projectile damage. And Grease Gun says reduce all damage dealt by non-hero targets by 2. You may not use power. So you can still draw cards, which is nice. I'm going to play that Tire Iron, and I'll go ahead and play the Tire Iron. Go ahead and hit Mr. Forgetful for 4, 2 and 2, and draw a card. Alright, Harpy Hex. And when it enters play, she deals a target 1 infernal damage. We'll take out Mr. Forgetful, because having him in play is not a good idea. For her power, alright, start of her turn. She hits herself for 1. Power, she deals a target 2 infernal damage. Hey, we'll take out the Wonder Pony, and Flak Jacket prevents the 4 self-damage. Draw a card. Wandering Isle. So I have stacked this deck the same way that I have stacked Mr. Fixer's. Terex is going to show up sooner than later. Barnacle Hydra. When this card is destroyed, it deals Terex H toxic damage. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 2 projectile damage, and then if Submerge is in play, it regains 6 HP. So it's going to take out Scarf. That was going to happen eventually. He deals the hero with the highest HP 5 melee damage. That is Expatriate. That's fine. Scarf is gone. And that's it. Dr. Wondertainment. Product Recall. So we get Scarf back, and we get Mr. Forgetful back. Early product recalls are the worst. End of the turn, he plays another card. Jeremy. Oh boy. Alright. Robo Dude hits the hero with the most cards in play. That's anyone but Expatriate. Mr. Fixer will take it. Dragon Snails hit the second lowest. Mr. Fixer will take that as well. Scarf does the healing, but nothing's actually been dealt in damage. Let's reveal the top card of Expatriate's deck this time. Everybody discard a one-shot. And then Jeremy says, when this card is destroyed, Dr. Wondertainment deals each hero 2 psychic damage. At the start of the villain turn, put a random target from the villain trash into play. We will need to take care of him. That said, I also want to take care of the Barnacle Hydra before Terex comes out. And that's the villain turn. Submachine Gun. Let's do some damage. Scarf is taken out. Dr. Wondertainment hits the Harpy. Draw a card. Exceeded expectations. Let's use all 4 of those tokens. Then we'll gamble. Cash out. Nobody has any tokens or any cards to discard right now, so we're going to play the bottom card of his deck. Karmic Retribution. God damn it. I have no tokens to remove, so nothing happens. Draw a card. Alright, I did Fixer wrong last time. I forgot his base power is still 1 damage. He is going to punch Jeremy, take him out. Everybody take 2 damage. Mr. Fixer is going to redirect his to the Barnacle Hydra and draw a card. Start of her turn, she hits herself for 1. Phlox Care. Then when there are 3 or more arcane control tokens, reduce damage dealt to the Harpy by non-hero targets by 1. So she's got that for now. And then she will Arcane Blast Mr. Forgetful and get rid of him again. Okay, draw a card. Wandering Isle. Amphibious Assault. This has been majorly changed. When this card enters play, the H-1 villain targets the lowest HP. Each deal 3 lightning damage to a different hero target. So that we've only got the 1. He will go ahead and hit Expatriate. Not bad. The start of the environment turn, if any hero cards were played this round, play the top card of the villain deck, then destroy this card. So we can avoid playing extra cards if we don't play any cards. That said, if we have any environment destruction, which we don't, we could get around that. We'll have to see. Dr. Wondertainment plays Miss Emma, and then at the end of his turn he plays Mr. Laugh. Miss Emma says the first time each turn this card or Dr. Wondertainment is dealt damage, this card deals a source of that damage 3 melee damage. Mr. Laugh says damage dealt by this card cannot be redirected. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero with the fewest cards in play 3 projectile damage, then deals itself 1 projectile damage. So he's going to take himself out gradually. He's going to be hitting Setback or Expatriate. He'll hit Setback and then himself. If he takes himself out when you're really trying not to have Dr. Wondertainment flip, that can be bad. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the no card plays this round strategy. We could put cards into play, but that's different. Alright, Submachine Gun. Dink, she takes 3 from Miss Emma. Draw a card. Setback will skip, and draw 2. Mostly because his power does not put anything into play. Mr. Fixer will hit Emma for 1. Take 3 and hit her for 2. Harpy hits herself for 1, and then she'll hit Miss Emma for 2 and take 2. That's helpful. Draw a card. Destroy that card. Getting closer to Terex. Ancient Parasite. At the start of the environment turn, if this card is next to a target, it deals that target H toxic damage and moves back to the environment play area. Otherwise, it deals Terex H plus 2 toxic damage. Whenever this card is dealt damage by a hero target, move it next to that target. So, for now, we can ignore it and it'll be fine. Dr. Wondertainment plays Mr. Life and Death. Okay. He says when this card is dealt damage, reduce that damage to 1. When another little Mr. would be dealt damage, redirect it to this card. So Mr. Laugh's self's damage is not redirectable to him. If Mr. Collector is ever in in play, which is Dr. Wondertainment's flip side. This card deals each target 2 infernal damage, then move this card on a Mystical Collector. End of his turn, he plays another card. Mr. Lost, he needs to go. Alright, Mr. Laugh hits a setback for 3, himself for 1. Mr. Lost says when this card is destroyed, destroy a non-character card belonging to the deck that destroyed it. In the villain turn, destroy a hero, ongoing, or equipment card. I guess I'll drop Driving Mantis. He needs to go. Which means that Mr. Life and Death also needs to go. I'm going to Flak Jacket. If she uses her machine gun, she's going to pick up the Ancient Parasite. And the Flak Jacket's going to go away because Miss Emma. What else is she going to do? Do that. Miss Emma takes away the Flak Jacket. Oh yeah, and then actually Mr. Life and Death takes 3. Parasite moves over to her. Draw a card. Let's play Looking Up. Well, I punch with all of my tons of new stuff. I guess he will be best off taking out Mr. Life and Death. Okay, draw a card. Okay, charge, deal Mr. Lost 2 and 2, and then use his power to hit him for 1, take him out, and destroy the Tire Iron. Tire Iron's been really good. That's something I never thought I'd say. Harpy is going to play Applied Numerology. First time each hero target will be dealt damage by a hero target each turn, you may reduce that damage by 1. Oh yeah, speaking of which, she hits herself. Whenever you use a power in the Harpy's play area, you may increase it by 1 or reduce by 1 of the numerals in the text of that power. So we'll go ahead and deal a target 3 infernal damage and take out Miss Emma. Now I think we can start focusing on Dr. Wondertainment. Draw a card. Start of the environment turn, she takes 4 from the Parasite, and it moves back. And then who comes out but Terex, the Living Island. So Terex has been changed, which is a really good thing. This card is indestructible. If this card reaches 0 HP, the heroes lose. At the end of the environment turn, the villain target with the highest HP deals Terex H energy damage. So it's not whenever a target is dealt damage, he hits himself. Whenever a hero target would deal damage to Terex instead regains that much HP. Very useful. And he takes 4, so we can heal him a little bit if necessary. Dr. Wondertainment plays a thing. Jeremy. And he plays another thing. Product Recall. Uh-oh. We get Mr. Forgetful again, and Robo-Dude. Alright, Mr. Laugh hits Mr. Fixer and himself. Mr. Forgetful is going to reveal... Let's do Mr. Fixer's deck, I guess. Toolbox. Everyone discard an equipment card. Oh, there goes the Grease Gun. Here goes the Ancient Tome. And there goes Incendiary Rounds. Robo-Dude hits Harpy for nothing, nothing, and nothing. Haha. Something's going right. Quick Draw, which will get me pride. We need to get rid of Mr. Forgetful. She will plug him for 2. And draw a card. Setback is going to cause and affect the Ancient Parasite. I think some hash has been made about either lowering its HP or making it destructible if it has HP. And then he will do 3 damage to himself and to Mr. Forgetful. And then looking up, he will take out Jeremy. Everybody take 2. Harpy takes 1. Draw a card. Charge. Hit Dr. Wondertainment for 2, and then he'll take out Mr. Laugh, just to avoid that damage next turn. Robo-Dude, we can deal with. Draw a card. She hits herself for 1. I'll go ahead and play Conjured Aura. Start of your turn, the Harpy deals up to 3 targets 1 infernal damage each. Then if there are 3 or more bird tokens, destroy this card. First time the Harpy is dealt damage each turn, you may flip a control token. That'll be nice with Harpy Hex, because that hasn't been doing anything for me. Applied Numerology, Arcane Blast, hit him for 3, because she's soaking damage from Robo-Dude. Okay, Wandering Isle. Submerge. When this card enters play, search the blah blah blah. Reduce all damage dealt by 2. Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be very nice. Start of the environment turn, destroy this card. So he gets hit for 2. Play card. Mr. Chameleon. Okay, he's one we need to leave in play. End of the villain turn, he plays another card. Wondertainment Logistics, safe, ongoing. At the end of the villain turn, if there are 8 or fewer villain targets in play the top card of the villain deck. Otherwise, each villain target regains 2 hit points. If you're noticing that some of these are labeled as objects, the rankings are safe, Euclid, and Keter. That is for synergy, eventually, with the Site 19 environment deck, which I've already shown off once long ago. Alright, Robo-Dude deals no damage. Mr. Chameleon says when this card enters play, it is immune to radiant damage. When this card is dealt damage, its damage immunity changes to that type. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 irreducible damage, the type this card is immune to. God damn it. He's going to hit Mr. Fixer. Thanks. And then there are less than H targets, so we play a card. Mr. Soap, we can leave him in play. It's fine. Not fine, but it's fine. Mr. Soap says at the end of the villain turn, the player with the most cards in hand discards a card, then their hero deals himself 1 melee damage. That is setback. He'll discard that and deal himself -1 damage, which is great. Okay, so those little mysteries we have to leave in play if we don't want Wondertainment to flip. That's fine though, because they're not that bad, like I said. Hair Trigger Reflexes, for all of that, won't help at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and use her power. Mr. Fixer's going to discard and look for, oh, I don't know, dual crowbars. Sounds good. Draw a card. What I need is Ongoing Destruction. He's going to skip his play phase, use Looking Up, and punch Dr. Wondertainment for 1. Draw a card. It's not going to help too much, but I'm going to play Grease Gun. and draw. So that reduces damage by 4 now, but it won't help the irreducible damage. Speaking of which, Harpy hits herself for 1, and I could flip a token for Conjured Aura, but nah. And then she deals no damage. I guess I will play Tenuous Focus. I was looking at this just now, and I can't unsee that that's some kind of demonic turkey. Flip an Arcane Control token. I deal no damage. Draw 2 cards. Reveal the top card of your deck. Uncontrollable Flock. Yeah, I'll happily discard that. If you discard it, flip a bird control token. Whee! And then, well, with Applied Numerology, I can up her damage to 1 and draw a card. Okay, Submerge goes away, but I'm going to leave that -2 there because it's still applicable. Exposed Life Force. When this card is placed, search the blah blah blah. Increase damage dealt by villain cards by 1. Oh, that's timely, or untimely. Destroy this card if Terex regains 10 HP in a single round. So he's going to get hit for 3. We need him to get hit for 1 more, because he can't heal 10. Okay, this is going to hurt. Ontological 6-ball. This one's annoying. Keter Object, Toy. This card is immune to non-psychic damage. When psychic damage is dealt to a target, this card deals the target with the second highest HP 2 melee damage. It gets weird when you have a Jeremy in play. Play another card. The Atom Buster. Oh boy. When this card enters play, one player may destroy an equipment card and place this card on the bottom of the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 2 fire and 1 sonic damage, then destroy this card. You know, it's got 2 HP, and if I had any kind of damage bonus, I could drop it with Hair Trigger Reflexes. The thing is, there's 5 cards left before that comes back. Okay, I'm going to drop Submachine Gun and place it on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so Robo-Dude hits the highest for 2, 2, and 2, reduced to 0. Good. Mr. Chameleon hits the highest for 3, that's the Harpy. That's irreducible. They all heal 2, which is actually just the Doctor. Mr. Soap is going to make... We gotta have setback to it, because otherwise Harpy's going to hit herself for 1 irreducible. And that's it. Reload. All I got is Incendiary rounds. That's fine. Hit Dr. Wondertainment for 3, and draw a card. Karmic Retribution. 7 tokens, hit him for 7. And then looking up, hit him for 3. Draw a card. Grease Gun goes away, and it's time for Dual Crowbars. Hooray. That being said, there's not a whole lot I actually want to kill. Well, no, that's not true. I want to hit Robo-Dude. So I'm going to hit Dr. Wondertainment for 2, and Robo-Dude for 3, and draw a card. Okay, she hits herself for 1, and then she can hit up to 3 targets for 1 each. So we'll hit Dr. Wondertainment and take out Robo-Dude, and I would hit Terex if we didn't need to heal him for 10 in 1 round. Okay, Calling the Flock. Search for Hugin and Moonin. She deals each non-hero target 1 projectile damage. Oh, and so he is immune to projectile now. Alright, Hugin and Moonin say if there are 3 or more bird control tokens, increase projectile damage dealt by the Harpy by 1. At the end of your turn, either flip a control token or this card deals a target 2 projectile damage. Arcane Blast with Applied Numerology. 3 damage to the Doctor. Draw a card. Wandering Isle. Ancient Parasite. Oh boy. Dr. Wondertainment hits Terex for 5. Now we can heal him and get rid of that card. Speaking of Dr. Wondertainment, Jeremy, and then he plays another card. General Beep. Uh-oh. So General Beep says, increase damage dealt by toys by 1. Good thing we got rid of Robo-Dude. Then at the villain turn, this card deals the environment target with the highest HP, H-2 energy damage. If no damage was taken this way, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H-1 energy damage. So he's actually bad in this environment, because he's going to be pinging Terex. Oh yeah, that said, I can hit both of them with Hair Trigger Reflexes. Alright, Mr. Chameleon is gonna hit Expatriate, I guess. Mr. Soap will make Harpy discard, unfortunately. She hits herself for 1. And General Beep hits Terex for 3. Okay, Liquid Nitro rounds. Ping the Doctor for 2, because we're getting rid of that Jeremy this round. Draw a card. Alright, and they all heal, which is mostly fine. And that heals off the Hair Trigger damage. Damn it. Whatever. Okay, Exceeded Expectations. 4 tokens. Well, actually, let's do all 5. And then number 5 will be Jeremy. Everybody take 2 psychic damage. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, 2 psychic damage to Mr. Fixer. The Ontological 6-ball hits Terex for 3. 1 to the Harpy. Ontological 6-ball hits Terex for 3. 2 to Expatriate. Terex for 3. 2 to Setback. Terex for 3. Good gravy, but that's Jeremy gone. 3 tokens, and he'll hit Dr. Wondertainment. Okay, Overdrive time. I hit Wondertainment for 2, and Terex for 3, and then I hit General Beep for 2, and Terex for 3, and draw a card. Start of her turn, she hits herself for 1, not going to flip a token, and then she can deal 3 targets, 1 damage each. I'll hit Terex Alright, Terex has regained 10 HP in a single round. Exposed life force goes away. What is she going to play with her tons of stuff? Eldritch Training, flip a bird control token. I'll do 1 damage to Dr. Wondertainment. You may destroy one of your cards. If you do, flip a control token. Well, I've got another Conjured Aura. Sure, drop that, flip a token, ping him for 1. Draw a card. I can use a power. I've only got the 1, unfortunately. So 3 damage to him. You know what? She's dealing herself psychic damage, so the 6 ball should be hitting Terex. Although he's not going to be the second highest for much longer. Draw a card, no powers left, end of turn. Wandering Isle. Setback takes 4, and that moves back. Song of the Deep. This card is play the top card of the environment deck. Submerge. Cripes. Start of the environment turn. If Terex is in play, each player may draw a card. Then if there are at least 2 creatures in play, destroy this card. Okay, that's the helpful one. There's 1 creature. So, reduce all damage by 2. Still does not help us that much. Dr. Wondertainment plays a card. It's Mr. Scary. Uh-oh. Then he plays a card. Wondertainment land. Mr. Chameleon hits Mr. Fixer for 2. They heal 2, which is actually just the doctor. Mr. Soap makes Harpy discard. This really is what is sucking, because she's getting hit twice around. She hits herself for 1 irreducible, flips a control token, and deals 1 to Dr. Wondertainment. Mr. Scary. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. When this card is destroyed, destroy the non-villain, non-character target with the lowest HP. Which, interestingly enough, is the Parasite, so killing him won't be bad, aside from the fact that it'll flip Dr. Wondertainment. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each non-villain target and itself 1 sonic damage and 1 irreducible toxic damage, so there's more irreducible damage. Everybody take 1. And he hits himself. Oh, cool. He picks up the Parasite. I'm kind of okay with that. It won't kill him, and then he'll kill it. At the end of the villain turn, if there are more non-Little Mister villain targets in play than Little Misters, play the top card of the villain deck. Then discard the top card of each deck. If Little Mister is discarded this way, shuffle this card into the villain deck, which means it's going to get played a whole bunch. We're close to getting him to deck himself. We're also close to a full party wipe. Let's see. There are 3 Misters and 2 non-Little Misters, so we just discard the top card of each deck. A Little Mister was not discarded, so that stays out. Ugh. Prejudice. Somebody want to look for a equipment card? Yeah, Mr. Fixer will. Draw. Surprising Fortune. Harpy's going to kill herself on her turn. No, you know what? Cash out. I'll draw a card. Everybody except Expatriate discard. And everybody heal 2. And then 1, 2, 3, and punch Dr. Wondertainment for a grand total of 1. I suppose it could be worse. Draw a card. Alright. Charge. 2, 3 reduced to 1. Becomes 1, 2 reduced to nothing. So I'm going to skip his power because that's all he can do. Start of her turn, she hits herself, flip an arcane token because why not? Play Conjured Aura again, and with Applied Numerology she can do a damage. And Hugin and Moonin do no damage. But, alright, so that hits him for 4, reduced to 3, moves back over here. Everybody can draw a card, and that card does not go away. Really wish it healed us. This goes away. Time Detonator. When this card enters play the top card of the environment deck. Ugh. Barnacle Hydra. Fine. Start of the environment turn, this card deals Terex 10 fire damage, and each hero target H-2 fire damage, and is destroyed. So we need to kill that right now. Oh man. Get ready to see him flip. This deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 2 projectile damage. That is Mr. Scary. It takes him out. And then Mr. Scary takes the Hydra out, and the Hydra deals Terex 4 toxic damage. And so does Dr. Wondertainment. Okay, well, I'm sure you've been wondering what happens when he flips. Here we go. He flips to Mr. Collector. So, when flipped to the side, destroy all containment cards. Once again, synergy with Site 19. Put all Little Misters into play from the villain trash. I don't think we're going to win. Alright, so I'm holding Mr. Life and Death off to the side. If you'll remember, something happens with him when Mr. Collector is in play, but we're gonna wait for a minute. There's a lot of things to be done. Destroy all non-Little Mr. villain cards. So, destroy all non-Little Mr. villain cards and H hero ongoing equipment cards and place them under this card. Harpy's almost assuredly going to die, so I'm going to put all of her cards under Mr. Collector. Which, funnily enough, the last time I played him, this was the thing that we did. Then, until there are at least X cards under this card, place the top card of each hero deck in turn order under this card, where X is Dr. Wondertainment's current HP, divided by 5, rounded up. So that would be 8. He's got 7, so he gets 1 card from Expatriate. Okay, cards under this card are not considered in play. Little Misters are immune to damage dealt by villain cards and cannot be placed under non-villain cards. You will notice that Mr. Collector is a Little Mister. So that being said, if Mr. Collector is ever in play, this card deals each target 2 infernal damage, then move this card under Mr. Collector, which actually means he would not have gotten that. So, everybody take 2. there goes the Harpy. This is going to move next to Mr. Fixer. Alright, and she can ping every single one of those as they come out. And actually, then he would steal things, because then he's only got 4. Alright, when a little mister would be destroyed, restore it to 5 HP and move a card under this card to the appropriate trash. Then if it was a hero card, move it to its player's hand. When a non-little mister villain target would enter play, place it under this card. At the start of the villain turn, if there are no cards under this card, the heroes win. So essentially, all villain targets are indestructible at this point. They're not really indestructible, but you can't kill them. Instead of killing them, you get cards back from under Mr. Collector. He plays a card, but as we know, it's the Atom Buster, so it goes under him, saving us from horrendous things. That being said, we need a little bit more saving than that. Mr. Chameleon hits Mr. Fixer for 2. Mr. Soap makes Setback discard 1 and deal himself 1. Mr. Scary hits everybody for 2, so Setback goes up to 5. And Mr. Fixer is taken out, which is butts. Mr. Mad moves over to Setback. That's 1 card down from the pile. Okay, the Parasite is going to help us. Mr. Lost destroys a hero ongoing or equipment card will drop hair trigger reflexes because it doesn't matter. And this isn't like La Capitan where when a hero card is destroyed it goes under Dr. Wondertainment. Reveal the top card. Let's do Expatriate. Equipment ammo. She's just got the 1. He doesn't have any. And then Mr. Laugh hits himself and the hero with the fewest cards in play, which is Setback. So we've got 1 round to do the impossible. Alright. Expatriate starts off with an RPG launcher, dropping the time detonator, and she'll do 2 and, let's say 2. And then she will use Pride, take Mr. Forgetful down to 0, return a card other than the Atom Buster to her hand. Oh, cool. That's nice. And then she will use the second shot, and I guess we'll go after Mr. Law. It doesn't actually matter which ones we go after, and like Mr. Laugh will slowly take himself out for us. Draw a card. Setback hits himself for 1. His damage is irreducible. Oh, why? I'm going to play Surprising Fortune as fodder, if nothing else. Looking up, punch Mr. Lost, and get back an arsenal access. Draw a card. Okay, what do we got? Put an equipment card and a hero trash into play. She just lost some good ammo. Let's do that. Oh, hell, why not? 1 hero may use a power. Let's go ahead and use Pride. Hit Mr. Forgetful for 2. Hit everything for 1. Means we get another card back, and it is a Reckless Rush. Ah, shoot. Crap. That's going to kill her. And then use Prejudice and do Mr. Forgetful in. We want something other than the Atom Buster or Mr. Life and Death. Yeah, the 8 ball. Because whatever goes back into his trash at this point is going to get shuffled into his deck. Well, that could have been better. I made a bad decision. Alright, so that kills her. It's still a hard environment, but it's not, like, frustratingly unfun hard. Yeah, we're not winning this. Set back and draw a card, though. Island Quake. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals each target other than Terex 4 sonic damage. Hero targets which cause Terex to regain HP since the end of the last environment turn are immune to this damage, then this card is destroyed. Well, if he can hit him, that'll be nice, but that's not going to happen. Spoilers. Okay, shuffle that deck. I think at this point, yeah, everything he plays is going right back under him. And Mr. Chameleon takes him out. God damn it, Dark Watch. Why do you suck so much? So, impressions. I don't think I've had a game with Dr. Wondertainment go on, like drag on that long. Especially not with all the little misters in play. That was kind of ridiculous, but whatever. He's meant to be swingy, so if you have the right team, you can really just beat him down, and then it doesn't matter, or, you know, get him to single digits and flip him, and then you only have to deal with, like, 1 card. This Expatriate is actually really good. That's a very nice support power for her. Specifically, helped out Mr. Fixer. It would help out Night Mist as well, so that's not bad. This Setback, interesting. I'm not actually sure. I mean, once I got looking up, I kind of stuck with that. I really don't get why you get card play plus tokens. Like, that seems counterintuitive, but whatever. It's interesting. Mr. Fixer's modded deck, like, I'll always be a proponent of Mr. Fixer. I know he comes up frequently on the Weakest Heroes threads, but the improvements to Tire Iron and the 2 styles are actually very good. They're a lot better than the original ones. I don't like the Grease Gun, but I'm the kind of person who recognizes that sometimes you just need everything to shut up for a while. And then, like I said, with this Wandering Isle, it's not frustratingly difficult, but it did make a tough fight a little bit tougher. And I didn't have a very good team for dealing with it. So that's the end of this one. Thanks for tuning in. You can find Dr. Wondertainment on my DLC. As always, Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels and Cauldron DLC, Adelphaphage's Archives, and Walker's Workbench are not licensed Great Games products. Please support the official release and flip. She hits herself. She hits herself. God damn it.